surprised that everybody else's garden does so well. Anyway, how exciting. They even did a beautiful garden right around the back of the sign. Everything's edged, clean and pretty, and they mulched with pine needles. So good use of resources. Just came out of the Camellia Garden and we're walking over to the Rose Garden. And hey, Erica, look, there's the Heimer. Woohoo! So that's our little hotel on wheels when we take these little short trips. So we don't have to really get into hotels or anything. So this is the shade garden. Oh, look at all the different colors and the grasses. And again, mulching with pine trees. Well, it's kind of impossible when you have so many pine trees around. Right there, look at that one. Way up there. Up. I can't see the top. Sort of like the New York of pine trees. So, and we're coming through here. More grass. Oh, how beautiful. Burn. Everything is just so cozy and exciting and inviting, and the little trail meanders through the trees and you're excited to see what's coming next. Sign of a good garden, by the way. A little mystery here and there. And it's okay if you miss something the first time. It calls you back to see it again. Beautiful. Hey Erica, look at this. How beautiful is that? So this vine is just climbing around on an azalea and it's going right up in the trees. There it goes. How beautiful. Just a natural cascade. Ooh, that's pretty exciting. Gotta get some of this. Yeah, look at this. Cottage garden. That's sort of what I have going on in the backyard, except for I have a very controlled color scheme. I like the white. So here there's at the Botanical Garden in Savannah, there's no price of admission, but they do accept donations. So if you come out and enjoy the garden, it's always good to give a little so that they can continue their hard work here. But anyway, so you can see this is just I don't know if you can see that. A little map of what is in the garden. So what we're excited about. Number 5. David Austin English Rose. So we're gonna make sure we find that. But I just want to show you around. I mean, my goodness, at the work that goes into this garden. We have sunflowers. Sunflowers over there. I don't know if you can see. Some peppers growing. And then pomegranate back there. And oh my gosh, they're beautiful. Look at them. Oh, I just think they're one of the most beautiful growing fruits. So we will, and the trellises. Love the trellises. Partera Garden. And this is my husband, Jules. Jules, what do you know about the Partera Garden?
Well, a Partera Garden is a type of garden that's protected by an easy-to-grow border plant. In this case, it's boxwood. And inside, this is an herb Partera Garden. So it has all kinds of herbs growing in it.
Well, why don't we take a walk and see what's in here?
Awesome.
What you'll notice on the ground when we get to the circle, lots of memorial bricks. And these were bought by people who had an interest in the garden, wanted to remember loved ones or life events, and they purchased these bricks, and so now they are adding to the garden's beauty and also donating to help the garden. And hey Erica, look what we found, a Partera Garden. And this is my husband Jules. Jules, what do you know about the Partera Garden?
Well, a Partera Garden is a type of garden that's protected by an easy-to-grow border plant. In this case, it's boxwood. And inside, this is an herb Partera Garden, so it has all kinds of herbs growing in it.
Well, why don't we take a walk and see what's in here?
Awesome.
What you'll notice on the ground when we get to the circle, lots of memorial bricks. And these were bought by people who had an interest in the garden, wanted to remember loved ones or life events, and they purchased these bricks, and so now they are adding to the garden's beauty and also donating to help the garden. The circle of the garden is lined by bricks that people have donated to this garden for its upkeep, and also they were given the memorial bricks, so people have bricks memorializing loved ones or life events, and it helps to fund the garden because, as you can see, it takes a lot to keep up a garden as exciting and huge and wonderful as this one. So there are lots of herbs in here. We have rosemary and lots of things that aren't tagged, so we're not sure what they are. There are some ornamental plants in here. And in the middle we have the bird feeder, bird bath of the little girl. And this is from a cemetery, a local, very famous cemetery. This is not the original. The original is in an art museum in downtown Savannah.
Yeah, this is Citronella Plant, and you'll notice there's no mosquitoes around it.
That's true. But there's no mosquitoes around the Greek oregano either. It must be doing a really good job.
They work together.
They work together. They're good partners. Like us.
And over there is something I've never seen here, which is Pomegranate Tree with pomegranates on it.
Where have you seen that before?
Actually in Israel.
In Israel. Yep. Yep. They grow very well there. So I guess it looks like that one is growing very well here too. Hey Erica, I found the star of the show. And there he is. A pollinator. He's enjoying a David Austin rose, which we came to see especially. So thinking about putting some in our own garden. Of course, ours will be white because everything else is white. But you can see they're blooming when a lot of other things are not blooming. So that's a good sign. All right, this is the most amazing water faucet I've ever seen. So look at all the handles. You know a true gardener when you see something like this. So there are water faucets on the front, on the back, on the side. So if you need to have a great garden, then you'll need to have a great watering source. So Savannah has had some bad weather the past few days, and there are a few branches down. But I'm sure they'll get those cleaned up. This is the Perennial Garden. And you might recognize a lot of plants that you see around your own homes. So this is where work stops. You don't have to replant. You usually don't have to do anything but clear the weeds. So this is pretty exciting. And if you have a weed that produces a flower, you can pretend like you meant to do it. Beautiful. Ah, just so much fun. Everything just tucked back. So if you walk through this garden quickly, you're never going to appreciate all the love and effort that has gone into it. And we really love it. So what we like, I have to step over something. Okay, right over here. My most favorite birdhouse in the whole world. I think about it all the time, and I look up how to purchase such a beautiful birdhouse, and I haven't found the exact birdhouse, but isn't that gorgeous? Nestled right into this beautiful garden. So this is a pergola they have with all kinds of vines growing over it, which is so beautiful. And yes, I need one of these too, but it just covers the walkway when you walk through, and it has little twinkle lights. So they do weddings out here, so you can imagine walking under this as the bride approaches. How exciting would that be? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. We were here, what, about 6 or 7 years ago? And this was brand new. It was brand new, but now look at it. It's like all the plants are claiming their territory. You can see the vines growing right over. So when you plant a garden, you just have to be patient because it fills in and it becomes beautiful. This is another little path, short path, and they have many that go and swim in circles, and if you miss one, then you miss something incredible. So this is exciting. We found a St. John's wort, which is good for in the natural healing remedies. It's good for stress and anxiety. So there you go, you can grow your own. It's hard to see all the rose plants that are in this one particular section of the garden. But what I love is all the roses, and then in the back you have this very lush greenery that makes a beautiful border. And it kind of takes a rose garden from being stuffy to be very approachable. And I really love that.